Alright guys, so a common theme on my channel in the last few days has been follow the money, right? If you want to know the motivations for any politician, any person, anybody in business, any company, anything in life, right? You always follow the shmoney. Cardi B said it best. It's all about the shmoney, okay? So, speaking of the shmoney, Facebook and Twitter collectively had lost over $51 billion in market cap, right? Right after they banned Trump. Stocks were tanking, okay? Now, Facebook has had a bit of a recovery today. However, Twitter just keeps falling. So, who knows, man? Both of these companies are, facing some kind of prolonged market volatility coming from the banning of Trump. And although with these typical short-term fluctuations, you may see some bounce back over the next week or so once people kind of calm down with the news. However, Facebook seems to have folded already on the Trump ban. But before we get into that, my name is Greg Foreman and you're watching A Black Conservative Perspective. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share A Black Conservative Perspective, aka a leftist worst nightmare. You can also follow me on Twitter at GForemanBCP. Let's get it. All right, guys. So it looks like Facebook, at least as of right now, may have folded on their at least 2-week-long ban of President Trump on Facebook, at least until Inauguration Day. So check it out. President Trump's Facebook has been restored. Everything is here, including all the messages, the videos, all that stuff. A lot of stuff that he put out on January 6th. All of it is still here. Now, some people are saying that his Facebook page was never taken down. He's just locked out of it. And he probably still is locked out of it. But it definitely was taken down. And it's definitely been reactivated. Because I'm looking at the comments here. And if you notice, I put newest. And if you can see the newest comment, I'll just do it one more time again so people can see. People are commenting, right? And if you go through the newest comments and you go down. All of them are either 1 week or they were posted today, which means that basically his page was not up. It was not visible for at least a whole week. And Facebook just reactivated it today. Or at least, that's my interpretation. If I'm wrong about this, somebody let me know.
YouTube ads beat Facebook ads.
It looks like they have restored his Instagram as well. Okay, so what's up with this, right? Like, why would Facebook restore President Trump's Instagram and Facebook so quickly? I mean, they're basically not going by their own self-imposed timeline for restoring his account page. Now, it remains to be seen whether or not President Trump actually has access to this account. Because he hasn't posted anything yet. However, it could be one of those things where maybe they don't know yet. Maybe they're unaware that the account is back. Or maybe Facebook is keeping it up and they're keeping, President Trump and his team locked out just to kind of have this as like a public, archive of Trump's post or whatever, right? It could be all sorts of things. But to me personally, I do believe that this is a sign of something that I've kind of been thinking about, which is that President Trump is his own economy, okay? There's a whole economy built off of just Trump, right? It is deeper than a lot of people think about, right? Twitter has dropped like what, 12, 13, 14, 15%? Like, it's lost over 1/10 of its value, guys, just from losing the president on his platform. That's how much this man matters to one company. And Facebook, again, they, didn't lose as much as Twitter from a percentage standpoint, but they still lost enough for it to be a significant hit, right? And because of that, I think this is why you're seeing Facebook kind of being like, okay, can we really ban this man? Because at the end of the day, guys, regardless of how these tech CEOs act as if they're holier than thou and that they are the arbiters of truth, right, with fact checking or morals, or they have the authority to limit free speech if they deem it dangerous, these social media platforms are corporations. These tech CEOs are capitalists, okay? And they want to make the money. They want to make the money. And Trump is money at this point. And polarization is a part of how these tech companies make money. It's a part of the business model, and they know this. These social media platforms are partially responsible for whatever type of extremism exists on both sides of the political aisle, right? Because their algorithms are incentivized to show us things that we like, right? So because I'm a conservative, if you log into my YouTube channel to look at the videos that YouTube recommends to me, they tend to try to recommend conservative videos, right? Because one, I watch a lot of conservative videos, and two, because they know I watch a lot of conservative videos, they know I'm most likely to click on one of these videos, and then they're going to get that view, the ad is going to show, and then they're going to get paid. Okay? That's the incentive of social media, is to make money. President Trump, he can get a lot of eyes on the screen. Okay? Like, we've seen his tweets. His tweets in and of themselves are newsworthy. I mean, how many articles, how many YouTube videos have been done based off something that Trump tweeted? Okay? Just off something that he tweeted, people have made millions of dollars. Millions, if not billions. You can't just ban money like that. Banning Trump is like throwing money away for a lot of these tech companies. So for them to ban this man long term, I just don't see how they can do it. Do they care about their so-called community safety rules and their moral hazards more than they care about the almighty dollar? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. Okay? And I think this is why you see Facebook folding. But I could be wrong. This could be something temporary. It could be a glitch. It could be a mistake. I don't know. I'm just guessing based off how short this has been. It's been up for at least an hour, 2 hours. Who knows? Who knows? Now, Jack Dorsey was recorded by Project Veritas. I'm not going to play that video because I really don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. So you guys can go watch the video. It's like 2 minutes. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have. In which Jack Dorsey was talking about the future of kind of censorship on the Twitter platform and kind of what they plan to do. And essentially what he was saying is that right now the problem is Trump for them, right? Trump and whatever violence they say is associated with the president. And that's what they're focused on. And then after that, they're focused on a certain subsection of, Trump supporters who are more on the conspiratorial aspect of, the party or the movement or whatever, and trying to ban those people as well. He was just kind of talking about how to deal with the situation, how to move forward with the situation. And I think that with the current business model of social media, right, like the ad model, right, the pay-per-click model, I don't think it's going to be possible for them to solve this issue, right? And the reason why is because I think censorship makes the problem worse, first and foremost, especially we don't do it equally on both sides. But furthermore, censorship does not play well for the free market capitalists, okay? Because a company like Twitter is going to want to attract as many diverse advertisers as possible because they have people on their platform with all types of views. That's how you become a multi-billion-dollar publicly traded company, right? If you make your audience too niche, or if you have people of the same view on your platform, you're going to limit the growth of your company. That's great to do up front, right? To master an audience, to get a customer, right? However, as you expand, you have to appeal to everybody. Twitter is not at the point where they can realistically ban every single conservative and still remain a viable company, okay? So I personally don't think that that's going to happen. I think Twitter understands that. And I think that's part of the reason why you still see a lot of big name conservatives on Twitter, despite the, conservative apocalypse on Twitter. You still see the Ben Shapiro's up there. Dan Bongino's still up there, even though he doesn't use it. Mark Levine is still up there. Even Mark Dice is still up there, right? If they haven't banned Mark Dice yet, then, you know what I'm saying? Like, they understand where the money's at, okay? And they're not going to try to lose the money. They're trying to do the censorship thing because they're trying to basically take the blame off of them, because they know that their algorithms, like I was saying before, contribute to the polarization of this country, right? Because we don't see the other side's views enough. Okay, we just don't. Now, what I think they need to do is they need to have no censorship, but they need to change their algorithms so that the algorithms are not so focused on showing people things that they want to see, but focusing on showing people things that are contrary to what they normally look at, or at least mixing more of that content in there so that people get exposed to opposing views, opposing arguments, different viewpoints of the world. Okay? Because the way polarization works is that you have a bunch of people on one side or the other that are only exposed to things that fit their own worldview. They're not exposed to the other side. And this process that happens every single day on social media is what makes us more extreme. Okay? Seeing only things that you agree with makes you more extreme. Okay? I don't know if you guys ever seen that documentary, The Social Dilemma, on Netflix. If you still have Netflix, definitely check it out. It is an eye-opener in terms of the effects that social media is having on our society. I mean, it's mind-boggling stuff. Okay? And these tech companies are aware of it. They're 100% aware of it. That's why I think they're going so gun-ho about the censorship thing, because they know that they are ultimately, probably the number one cause of a lot of this extremism that they're trying to ban. Right? And that's why when I make content, guys, I try to present both sides. I try to be fair and balanced. Obviously, I try to come at it from a conservative perspective 90% of the time. However, to try to, not polarize people as much as some of these other platforms and some other content creators, I try to show both sides. I think that Twitter needs to do more of trying to encourage people to, see content from the other side without necessarily being super overt about it. Stop censoring people. Let them talk. Let everybody kind of see each other's content. Okay? Because right now, again, log into a YouTube channel. Everything that you're going to see, 95% of it is going to be whatever you normally watch and what you like to see. That's how it works. That's how they make money. So I think Jack Dorsey, what he said, does sound scary, because it sounds like they're going to be doing a lot more censorship, which I don't agree with. And they're really going to be trying to crack down on things. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I really just don't think it's going to work. Because, people will always have a platform to go to. People will always be able to communicate. And at this point, if they're on your platform, at least maybe you can use your technology to help polarize people less and maybe have them exposed to different views versus them getting all the same views if they would have moved to another platform where basically all the people with the same views go. So that's my opinion on that. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.
YouTube ads beat Facebook.